The LA Lakers and Minnesota Timberwolves are currently in one of the biggest series in the first round, in my opinion, because it maybe besides Pistons, Knicks, and Nuggets, Clippers, probably the third most entertaining series so far. They're going back and forth in close and tight games, but the Timberwolves have prevailed in 3 out of the 4 games, leading to a 3-1 series lead. But none of the games have been as big as Game 4, in which Minnesota and Anthony Edwards put on a clinic in how to close out a game that you shouldn't win. The Minnesota Timberwolves and LA Lakers squared off. I want to say it was Sunday. Sunday sounds right, but on Sunday, the LA Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves went back and forth. Luka Dončić for the LA Lakers played phenomenally. He had 38 points, shot 13 for 28 from the field, almost 50%, 5 for 12 from 3, very good numbers. But the problem with Luka this game was of course the defense, but also the fact that he only got 2 assists and 1 rebound. When Luka Dončić, one of the biggest triple-double threats in the NBA, is only getting 2 rebounds or 2 assists and only 1 rebound, it's a problem. That means he's not looking for his teammates as often. It means he's not crashing the glass as well. And it means that Luka Dončić is only trying to score the basketball, which leads to lapses in other areas of the game, which can't happen. Jackson Hayes continues to play meaningful minutes for this team. He literally just goes out there to do the jump ball and then takes a seat on the bench. The Lakers only played their starters, basically, because I'm not going to count him as a starter. He played 4 total minutes of this game and scored 1 basket. LeBron James has been pretty mediocre in this series, if I would say, in terms of LeBron standards. You might look at a box score and see, oh wow, he dropped 27, 8, and 12. He was killing it on the defensive side with 3 steals and 3 blocks. But LeBron James only put up 9 shots. 15 of his points came from the free throw line, which just isn't serviceable. LeBron, of course, has an easier whistle because he's LeBron James, but that doesn't change the fact that LeBron James needs to play better if the Lakers want to close out this series. Now, if you guys watch my predictions video, I did predict the LA Lakers to lose this series against the Timberwolves, which has led to a lot of controversy in the comments section of that video, because apparently some of you guys like to, say your prediction is wrong. A prediction is a prediction. A prediction doesn't, dictate anything. It's a prediction because no one knows what's going to happen. I'm not a genius. I don't have the script. I'm just doing it based off what I feel will happen and what I know. I will say though, the Lakers did have a lead for a majority of this game. They had a lead, not going into halftime, but especially after that third quarter, where LA outscored the Timberwolves by 13 points. You really thought that game was over. But in the fourth quarter, the LA Lakers only scored 19 total points, which just isn't serviceable in any NBA game. You can't score 19 points in a playoff game on the road and expect to win. It just can't happen. And my biggest thing with this series so far has been everyone thought the Lakers were guaranteed. Luka and LeBron, the 3 seed. But let's be so real for a second. Let's be so real. The LA Lakers are 50-32. They are 50-32. That is their record. The Minnesota Timberwolves, the 6th seed, is 49-33. They are 1 game apart. This is a way closer series than a lot of people predicted, because some people just didn't put any respect on the Lakers' names. Also, you look at Austin Reeves' box score. You see 17, 4 assists, 7 rebounds. All 17 of those points came in the second half. Cannot have that ever again from Austin Reeves. Rui Hachimura played well, shot 50% from the 3. Wasn't on him, played good defense. We come down here to the Timberwolves, and we see probably one of the best playoff games I've ever seen from any player in NBA history. Anthony Edwards dropped 43 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. Shot 12 for 23 from the field, 5 for 10 from 3, and 14 for 17 from the line. Had a +3 and was super good on defense as well for the Timberwolves. He picked up at full court sometimes LeBron James and Luka Dončić. You don't do that. That's not human. Imagine if LeBron was guarded like that constantly. I mean, Anthony Edwards was getting physical with LeBron James. He was not scared to, put his body into his, push him a little bit, bend the rules a little bit. He was not worried about LeBron, but he instead brought the game to LeBron, brought the game to Luka, got physical with them, was able to throw them off their game, make them whine, make them complain, make them more focused on the missed calls rather than the actual game. Julius Randle also deserves major props for the way that the series has been going. Julius Randle has secretly been a very underrated piece of this Timberwolves team, continues to produce in this first round against the Lakers. I mean, he hasn't shot below 40% yet. He had 1 rough game, arguably on Friday, game 3. But other than that, 16, 27, 22, 25 points. I wish he was crashing the glass a bit better. He has lost a bit of his rebounding, it feels like. But Julius Randle has been a very good piece of this team here. Very good piece. And I feel like he's been hated on because, oh my gosh, they gave up Karl-Anthony Towns for him. Just because you give up Karl-Anthony Towns does not mean that Julius Randle has not been a good player. Has he been cat level? No, I will say that, but he's been good. And Dante DiVincenzo coming off the bench has been a willing participant on the defensive side of the ball and in creating on the offense and just using his IQ. Naz Reid has also been very good in the fourth quarter. Rudy Gobert is playing good defense. Whether you like Rudy Gobert or not, I never want to see him shoot 1 for 6 again, especially Mike Conley shooting 1 for 4 and 1 for 5, 0 for 4 from the 3. That can't happen again if you're the Timberwolves. These games are going to get tight and close, and you're going to go back to LA in game 5, and you're going to hope that you can win and close out this series, and I think they will. I do think they will. I do think that the Lakers, however, though, people had too high of expectation. LeBron James and Luka Dončić have spent one season playing together, and I 100% expect LeBron to come back next season. But here's the thing. Once he comes back next season, he has to sign a veteran minimum. The vet minimum contract, or at least a way cheaper contract. If he wants the Lakers to be good and re-sign all their players and bring in new talent, LeBron James can't take $55 million a year. He just can't. Now, as much as he'd love to, I'm sure he'd love to take $55 million. He doesn't need the money. So at what point do you just say, hey, I'll take the major pay cut. Let's go out and let's get a Kyrie. Let's go trade for a guy like Daniel Gafford. Let's bring someone in that Luka Dončić played with for years to bring back that chemistry. Because it's no secret, they need a center. They need a true center. And now if LeBron takes a vet minimum, don't quote me on this, but I could 100% see Giannis Antetokounmpo joining the LA Lakers because he has been amazing in the series against the Pacers, but he has had zero help. And the Bucks clearly need a rebuild. And by trading Giannis, they can get some picks back and try to spark a rebuild. I mean, once they traded Chris Middleton for Kyle Kuzma, that's when I knew it was up. That's when I knew that the team was just headed in the wrong direction. Damian Lillard tore his Achilles. He's probably going to miss the entirety of next season. I wouldn't be shocked if he missed, if he just retired. But let's be honest, you're not going to lay that kind of money on the table if you're Damian Lillard. You're going to sit on your couch and you're going to be happily collecting. I think he makes like $45 to $60 million. I don't know. I'm assuming some of it's bonus and I'm assuming some of it's non-guaranteed. But Damian Lillard has not been the right piece for this Bucks team. They should have never traded for him. They should have just ran it back with their squad, with Jrue Holiday, with Chris Middleton, with Giannis. Now, would that team have won? I don't know. But I think acquiring Damian Lillard and giving up some pieces like AJ Johnson just hasn't helped the Milwaukee Bucks in any way. So could Giannis be on his way to LA? That's the question that I want people to think about. Is Giannis the next person to suit up in the purple and gold? I will say, though, this series has been more than entertaining, and I've loved every second of it. The Lakers and the Timberwolves have been phenomenal. I think underlying MVPs go to Jaden McDaniels as well in the Timberwolves. He's played phenomenal defense. But Anthony Edwards put up one of the greatest performances I've ever seen in NBA history.